Welcome back to the Cascades Onboarding video series, brought to you by PureFacts Financial Solutions. My name is Jonathan Kessel. In today's video, we're talking about a case study. So this is a slight modification of the case study that we've been working on all along. So two people, age 51 and 46, wanting to retire at ages 60 and 55. If we click Edit Answers, we'll take a quick look at the input. So we have Darren, who's employed with an employer who provides a defined benefit pension plan. He has a bridge payment to account for. He has his government benefits. He has a rental property that net after tax and expense, he makes $12,000 a year. He has his RSP, he contributes to that. At TFSA, he contributes to that as well. On Hope's side of the equation, she doesn't have the defined benefit pension plan. She has a defined contribution pension plan. Together with a locked-in retirement account from an old employer, she also has an RSP that she doesn't contribute to, and a TFSA that she does. Neither of these clients have a corporation, but they do hold $300,000 in joint non-registered savings. And we've applied 2% inflation, a 4% rate of return, and we're solving for a maximum income. So given all that, on our first pass, we have $120,000 of after-tax sustainable income. And Cascades has automatically run it already 3 different ways to determine an optimal withdrawal strategy, to which it's determined that the registered funds first strategy is more optimal than the non-registered first strategy, to the tune of about $154,782. So right off the bat on the first pass, we're adding a lot of value to this conversation. Darren wonders if he should sell his rental property. So let's take a look. What is the effect of doing so? So we can hop back in here, we can edit the answers, and we're going to edit this income. We don't want it to be indefinite now. We say we're going to collect that income until Darren is 59 years old, and then in the year that he retires at age 60, we're going to add a deposit, and he figures that at that time he will have $1 million in net proceeds from the sale of that real estate. So without doing any more and keeping this as a solve for maximum, we can recalculate this scenario to see what is the effect of depositing the net proceeds of that sale. Keep in mind that in the net estate before the change, we have $451,000, and we had a net disposable income that is sustainable of $120,000. So after calculating the reiteration, you can see that the net estate, so as a result of adding in the real estate property, we have a net estate of $678,000, and our income has increased from $120,000 to $136,000. Our difference between the strategies has reduced slightly to $105,000. So now we're able to clearly communicate the effect of making that sale to Darren. Now what often happens is Darren and Hope might say, that's great that we can have $136,000, but we don't need $136,000. We can never imagine spending more than $10,000 a month. So let's say that's true. Let's go back in to edit the answers and run a new scenario. All the way at the bottom, under reporting mode, we're going to change solve for maximum to solve for desired. We're going to put in $120,000 and we're going to recalculate. So what's happening now is there's $16,000 roughly of annual excess cash flow that isn't going to be used as retirement income spend, but rather is going to be reinvested into the retirement income projection. It's going to show up in our net estate. So before the change, we have $678,000 in the estate at the average mortality. And now we have $1.3 million. So the result of saving that additional $16,000 has increased our estate. That's one example of how we might use Cascades to reiterate different scenarios.